football lovers all over the world. Welcome to Signatures with Bella Gold, connecting hearts, echoing truths, crafting stories. Today we're diving into the world of F.C.Robo International Football Academy, where we'll be chatting with the founder, the vision, the challenges, the triumphs, and the success story of the academy. Sit back, don't go away. Thank you. Hello, football lovers all over the world. Today I'm wearing a unique and special jersey, FC Robo. FC Robo. I'm sure we don't even know who FC Robo is. Huh?
Hello, hello.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure meeting you too.
I'm excited, and fans out there, your fans out there are really excited seeing you today, granting this interview. Thank you so much, sir.
It's my pleasure.
It's really an honor having you on the signatures today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So can we meet you, sir? Your name, where you're from?
My name is Emmanuel Osahon Orobosa. I was born and brought up in Lagos. I'm proudly a Lagosian but a native of Edo State. So that is me. I was schooled here some years back. Everything I did, I have done in my life is just in Lagos. So that's why I said I'm proudly a Lagosian but a native of Edo State.
Okay. Alright, we got that. Proudly Lagosian. Ekoni Baje. Alright, so please can you tell us why football? Why the passion for football? You could have chosen any other sport, but why football?
No, actually football is like a calling to me. It's because I have played football. All my life is all football. So as a child, so growing up, it's football. But when it got to the stage, there's this calling that let me try and develop, because I grew up in an area that is so notorious. Let me use that language. The area is known in Nigeria, in Mushi, even in UK as a notorious area. That is Mushi for you.
Wow. I was born in Mushi too.
So everybody believes there's nothing good that can come out of an area like that. So I try to take it upon myself. So, okay, let me just do something and see how it goes. And to God be the glory. Here we are today.
Could you tell us, do you have any football icon while you were growing up, while you were playing soccer? Were there people that you were admiring, like your role models in football?
You see, the funny side of the story is that the people I admire as a player, that we are not playing the same role. Most of them are players playing on the field, and I grew up as a goalkeeper. Oh. You can imagine. So I grew up as a goalkeeper, but the players when I was growing up that I love so much, they are not playing the same role with me because I love playing. I am a very good goalkeeper who knows how to play, but unfortunately I found myself in the goalpost. So the kind of players that intoxicates me mostly as a mentor is Kenny Dalglish, who plays in England those days. I'm not a player. Well, so, as a goalkeeper, I always believe I can do better than any other person I'm seeing. So I don't look at them as mentor, but I see goalkeepers that I love, that has kept for the country, kept for other countries in Africa who are good, like the likes of Besto Gidingbe, Peter Rufai, Raymond King, even in the Egyptian goalkeeper too. I've forgotten his name because of time, and then the Cameroon goalkeeper Thomas Nkono. There's this goalkeeper that came to keep in Nigeria, Edward Anza. So I see good goalkeepers. I love them, but my mentor is a player.
Oh, and who is it?
Kenny Dalglish.
Okay, all right. Okay, so could you take us through the world of F.C.Robo? How did it start? How did it all begin?
F.C.Robo International Soccer Academy. That is the name.
F.C.Robo International Soccer Academy.
That is the CSC name.
Okay.
That is the real CSC name. But it started about 2021, if I'm not mistaken, 1999. And the funny part of the story, it started with boys. F.C.Robo International started with boys, just boys.
Okay.
So because and that time I was still playing, but I was playing my pension football in a Union Bank. That was that time I decided to form this academy to help all those boys off the streets. So we started growing. So along the line, all these girls will come to me. They want to play football. You know, I don't. I would like cope. So I also started with some of my, as a mushy boy, you have girlfriends too. I just brought my girlfriends here and there.
Okay.
It cannot just be a waste in the house. You can add value to your person. So you come, my girlfriend will bring her girlfriend. They will bring themselves. Couple with those girls that came to meet me and say they want to play football. I will now, yeah, let's start. That was how it was started. That was just how it was started.
Wow.
Because some of them, in my playing days, I made name. I played club and I made name. A lot of people know me. Though I was a little bit somehow, as a man, things that we do in clubs like that. But I made name because I was brought up in Mushi. So this Mushi life, that kind of life is in me. But that drive to give a second life to people is also in me. So the moment that drive to give a second life to people started growing, I started dropping a lot of things. I must not be seen with this. I must not do this. I must not do that. And that is how F.C.Robo started growing. The people, the players, the boys, the girls started having confidence. Most especially when I became the chief coach, because initially I employed coaches. Most especially when I became the chief coach, this is how I want my players to grow. My players must have the brain that if I make it through football, I must be able to feed 10 people in my community or in my family. If you ask any F.C.Robo player, what is your dream? Our coach said you must be able to feed 10 people. So with this career, if you can feed 10 people, poverty will go down in this country. That is our vision. And we are still key in it. And I thank God, people are already doing it.
Yes, that's great. Can you run us through some players that are out internationally?
I just want my apologies to be accepted, because if I start counting names, I might omit some of my player, because people recognize me, identify me with the ones that are known. So I don't know where you get it. People identify me with the ones that are known. There are some unknown ones that have made name in their own little ways, but they are not elaborate, like the likes of Asisat, Oshoala, Rashidat, Ajibade, Monday Gift, Chidima Okeke, Mirat Adebisi. They are not like that. I have the likes of Esther Sunday. She's my product. Christiana Oriako, she's my product. I used to call her Alinko. She's a product from this team. Folashade, Jamilus. There are many like that in the female side who are products of this team. The current one is Zide, Adakaye, Okoyemi. Those I remember. There's this Ayomide Anibaba they have a lot, because people only identify, which is normal, with the ones that are forces to reckon with. Even in the boys, Shegun Adeni James is from this club. Lawan, this club. They have players now mostly dominate Nigerian Premier League. Some are playing the lower league, maybe in Israel. But I'm not the kind of person that is waiting for a player to come and feed you. So I believe what God will do, God will do. So I've produced a lot of players.
Alright, sir. In this part of the world, female football it's not very common. It's not something every parent want their child out there. So how were you able to break that jinx? How did you break in to be able to have the likes of Asisat and Esther and Rashidat and some other girls out there playing both local and international league?
We give God the grace. We give God the glory. But the most important thing is that I personally go to their parents, make my case. I'll make my case in front of the parents. This girl is good. See what I want to do with your daughter. See how I want to do it. And they key into the dream. Most especially, these parents, their fathers key into the dream. Their mothers may be a little bit skeptical. Now man, which is normal. But at the end of the day, what they are envisaging may not happen, or what they are insinuating may not happen, which is normal. That machine, that my lord, they will molest your daughter, they will do this, and at the end of the day, they say that the girls grow to stardom without any issue. So it is not easy convincing parents. It is not easy, but you just I need to go. When I go there, when they see me, they now hand over. Most cases I need to go. Some come voluntarily, that the parents will now come to me. But most cases I need to go to their parents to convince them beyond every reason that your child is safe. Fear not. And we'll take her to where you want her. I even tell them, when I look at the child as a coachable player, because there are some players, their coachable period is longer. And there are some players, their coaching period is shorter. That means their sense of assimilation, it all depends on how they assimilate. So when I look at the assimilation, I face the parents. Give me 4 years, your child will be a star. I say, okay.
So how do you identify these players? How do you see someone? Okay, look at me. Do I look like? Can I play football? So what are those things you see in a person to say no, this person is fit for the game? Let me use Asisat. I don't know. I hope she's not gonna find this offensive, but let me use as a case study here. What was that thing you saw in her? Let me use at least we should have an example. So what did you see? What are those traits you see in a person to say this person can play football? This person would do well.
It's spiritual. But I will tell you the physical. It's spiritual, but I'll tell you the physical. The physical one is that the physical one is the appearance of that girl. The moment you see the girl, you know how structured the girl is. Can this girl be of one thing or the other? You will know. It's just like us now. When you go out, you see a woman flaunting her body, you start saying, this girl. That is how we too. We career developer will look at them too. We look at this girl. If I build this girl for like 2 years, this girl will change. When Asisat was brought to me, the only asset he had is speed. Somebody brought one of my late fan, it's late now, came to me and told me we played a team. There's this competition. Some of the trophies might not be here anymore, maybe in the bigger office. Yeah, because trophies. This is our camp, not my house. So this is a camp.
Oh wow, this is a camp.
It's a camp.
So you camp the players or how?
Yeah. Their rooms is everywhere. Their rooms.
Who fits them? Who takes them and all of that? How do you do this? How do you go about the funding?
It's God. It's God and my friends who are not in Nigeria, who are abroad. They financially help me in most cases because I don't have sponsor. So, but for us not to deviate, she has a speed, and I looked at her and said, "Do you want to play for F.C.Robo?" When they brought her. That time we were still training in Ajibade. Do you want to play for F.C.Robo? She said yes. I said okay. Are you sure? I could remember vividly. He said yes. I said okay. I will train you for 5 years and you become a star. She said, come and see my daddy. I was going to come and see my daddy. And that time I was still using one small car. I drive down. I don't know how to drive anyway. The person, my brother, drove me down. I went to the daddy. The daddy said so many coaches have come. And they have told him a lot of things that the spirit is telling him to believe me. I said, no problem, sir. But today, the daddy and I, everybody are thanking God. That's how it works. Yeah.
So how's the awards that you've been winning and the girls and the club, has it affected the community? Has it affected the football world? Has it grown over the years? Is it getting better?
Minus financial sponsorship. F.C.Robo it's not anybody's mate in this country. I'm not boasting, I'm not bragging. In terms of players discovery, F.C.Robo is not anybody's mate in this country. But in terms of finance, structures and all of that, F.C.Robo is far behind. But when we talk to Lawrence winning and player discovery, F.C.Robo is among the first or second in this country. So it's not only in community. I don't want you to use that question to limit. I want you to understand that it's not only the community. It is a global thing. But the problem that everybody has is, if I go F.C.Robo, I go national team. or I go travel out. But what will I be eating before that time? But I will tell the girls, I beg you, let them feel you are suffering. Don't tell them you eat. But when they meet you, when they feel you, they will know you are eating.
Wow.
But you know, as it is too, there are some areas we are financially handicapped to meet up. Like most cases, they take home thing. You know, in F.C.Robo, they go to school, they learn a trade, and all this is on me.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
All this is on me.
Wow.
So like now, I have a girl of 14 years, if I'm not mistaken. Kemi Adegboyi, 14 years, 13 years, who is in secondary school. She played yesterday against Edo, and she almost scored. That is how I do it. That was how Rashidat did it. She was in school when she was playing. So the going to school, they will take money to school. They want to buy book. They want to do this. And I have them going to secondary school 5. I have them in Lagos State Poly 5. I have 3 or 4 in one. There's this vocational center in Mushi. All is on my neck.
God bless you, sir.
So all I have acquired in my playing days is gone. And if female football is not a developmental program, if it's a full-blown professional program, the transfer and all those things will have replaced a lot of things. But you know, in this part of the world, when those people want to pick, you have to sack or tell them the player is free. Maybe they will give you $1,000 or $1,500, and that's all.
Okay, so how do you feel seeing some of your players out there when they win awards, the WAFCON awards, the Golden Boots? How do you I know I want to get a feeling. How do you feel? How does it feel?
They say charity begins at home. They've been winning all these awards.
Wow.
All these awards. They've been bringing it to me. Different awards in different companies. Some are in my house, in my parlor in my house. Some like you know, like that one now. The month I won coach of the month, a player from my team, Rashidat, also won that coach of the team. So we train to win it. I don't know whether you understand. We train to win it. Tell me, is there any competition in Nigeria we go and there will be an F.C.Robo player without a landmark? You need to come and watch our training. We train to win those things because I make them to understand. I don't have anybody. I don't have Godfather. I don't have anybody. All these coaches that are calling you to come and play is grace. The only thing you can do to make this thing continue is for you to have the ability to stand out. So when the girls stand out, the coaches, the national team coaches, they will go to the club again. Hello, we need so person. We need so person. That is how God has been helping me with these Nigerian coaches. So we train to win this lottery. We train to stand out.
With the 6th WAFCON, now the African
you need to see her.
You
need to see her. You need to see her. You need to see her when she comes home. I don't know whether you understand. She will call me. She will buy me shawarma. She will buy me bokoto. She will buy everything edible that I must eat because they know I don't tax them. I don't ask them for anything. They are the one that will say, okay, I'll take this, take that. I will now use it to buy some bag of rice, buy this for the girls in camp to be eating. You need to see the kind of training I'll be giving them. It is not Oyibo training. It is African. Because one thing that we are failing now to realize, Oyibo is using system to return, is as an African player, the first quality is strength. You must show strength. And we don't need to forget that fact. We will now be doing Oyibo technology. Oyibo will now carry their own player to the gym. So you were supposed to be African man, we're supposed to be strong. Oyibo will now be stronger than you. Because they've now brainwashed you that is supposed to be like this, supposed to be like this. So when these girls come from the Oyibo land, they will now tell me that our training, come and give us.
Our African training.
Come and give us. Then I'll now tie everything. Their waist, let's go.
Wow.
Yes. They will come, she might say she wants to maybe sleep here or sleep around 5 o'clock or to 6 over here. The same thing Rashidat too. They will come, and they come, we start. Before people start saying it, they are done. So these are the things that makes them stand out. These are the things that God used in crown their effort. Like the Bible says, I will bless the work of your hand. You are not doing anything, you want God to bless. I used to tell my guests in Yoruba, oh, Mowe, I don't know how to say it in English. You don't know book, you are using retentive charm. It doesn't work. You don't know book, you are using retentive charm. You will be writing Odo upon Odo. So I used to tell you must know what you are. You must have the idea of what you are trying to do. So when you have the idea, that is what the Spirit will bless. So that's how it works.
Wow, okay, let's get back to the boys. Can you run us through some of the male players you had?
I have players, but you know, it is better now that if I have some of my coaches around, they will have been able to be telling us who and whom. But you know, like today, that one is playing in Croatia. I believe like what I had, maybe he's settled down there, married. Like Shegwadini, who is in Israel now. Like Abib, some of them are in Iba, Kwara United, Rivers Angel. But you know, I have boys, many boys. My boys is all over. But you know, it's just that the girls gave me fame.
Oh.
I have boys.
Yeah.
I have boys.
Yeah.
Even as I'm talking to you now, I have a team that is playing NLO1 boys. But you know, it's just that this what's it called? This Yahoo thing has taken over a lot of things in our society. I will not lie to you, it has taken over a lot of things in our society. You can imagine you training a boy, sending him to school. The next thing you see the boy in one V-boot, one big Benz. He's no more playing the game again. He's doing this job, and then you know, you feel somehow bad, but there's nothing you can do. It's the economy. But for the girls, they key into that dream. They wait, and it comes to pass.
Wow, so we are patient people.
I cannot compromise that.
Wow.
So, but for the boys, the pressure, and I know why is that the pressure from home is much. They will tell them go and learn the trade. Some will go and learn cobbling. When we cobbler become somebody that will use BV boots, or what's it called? When we cobbler use a RAV4. All those things. So everybody, let me put it this way: most of the youth of this generation, they are in a hurry. It's even in our football. Before you see somebody who cannot control, look up, pass, he wants to travel abroad, and their parents are ready to pay any amount. I don't know that. They come to me. I said, I don't do deal. They come to me. They say, how much is it for my son to travel abroad? Abroad is not a do elegba. I don't do deal. Because the next thing you will see people, police or some group of people will start looking for you that you duped them. So and me, I don't do all those kind of things that will dent my image or spoil my name. So I don't do deal. And so that is why I'm having issues a little with the boys' side. On a good day, I will have been able to say, okay, see my boy, the boy. Now, and the boys now are in a hurry. And the problem now that there are so many fake agents. So dubious people that will collect money and disappear, and they fall to it because of the desperation in them to travel, or the desperation in them to travel. So they fall into that problem. And me, I don't do this. But I have boys, and I have kids too. I have over 300 and, if I'm not mistaken, I have over 320 players of different age categories, of different under 10, under 12. Under 15, under 17, then the girls. And the girls too have under, but we don't have under 12, we have under 15 and under 17 and few 20. We have only 3 elders in our team that are above 23. Everybody is below 20.